30, 40 minutes. I mean, the Fouts family lineage, I suppose you want to watch that. I'll skip over that and move on to the highlights tonight. I'm just absolutely thrilled to be here in honor of Katie and Ricky's big day. Am I in the wrong place? She always adjusts my belt line. I'm not sure why, but it's absolutely a spectacular weekend from my perspective. We live in the flatlands, and we don't consider snow a blessing as they do out west here. We do have some blessings in the family, mostly our 4 kids who have all grown up thus far to be responsible and better yet autonomous. So with exception to adults, they've chosen extremely wisely those who have chosen lifelong mates, and we couldn't be happier with the results thus far, not only in terms of their spouses, but our beloved grandchildren who are now approaching the stage. Katie is certainly following in their footsteps. I might add that they've all done very well, but not as well as I've done, so. They've got a few years to work on it. Katie was never much of a problem growing up, but I was relatively clueless. I think Lou referred to, getting to know his children when they reached about 14 or 16 and, could talk back at least. But I was never apprised of much in the way of either my daughter's amorous acquaintances, shall we say. But once I heard the name of whoever the current person was more than 3 times, I had to start doing a little research. So at some point in time, Ricky came into the picture. So I think it's kind of natural. You start thinking of, Ricky's you have known, Matthew's you have known, Fred's you have known. Ricky, I realize is not his given name, but I had to think back. I wasn't sure, maybe the inspiration. Richard, but Ricky, there was Ricky Ricardo, who didn't really turn out to be a role model. I mean, I know some of the audience isn't able to comprehend this. Then there was Ricky Nelson. Ricky, I wasn't sure where these nicknames might have come from. I think Ricky Nelson might even have predated you. And then there's always Ricky Tiki Tavi, but the rodents are not in the least. And more recently, there's been Ricky Rudd, and of course Ricky Bobby. Maybe some of the audience has ideas that Ricky's. Anyway.
Ricky Martin.
Okay.
Do you know Ricky Martin?
He's that Hispanic dude.
Yeah.
I never could understand why his name was. I never understood why his name was Ricky Martin. But anyway. So Ricky and I hooked up, and it's very interesting. I think the first time we met, we somehow ended up playing golf, at which Ricky's better than I am, but neither one of us are that good. I showed up with my real wooden woods, and they said, this guy might be a little out of date. The afternoon went fairly well, except for some interruptions with Ricky being a devotee of the Ann Arbor faith, was somehow by some electronic means following the Michigan football game, which was it Appalachian State?
Yes, it was.
I his slice was only slightly pronounced the first few holes. It got worse and worse as the round went on, and we got updates on the score. But Ricky turned out to be an absolute breath of fresh air, and I couldn't be happier for the two of them. I think they complement each other extremely well, and best of all, I think they're really in love, which is kind of cool in this day and age. I wish them all the best. The main drawback, I guess, is I've been starting to worry about it. Might be going too long. Those of you who know the Fouts family, we have this holiday greeting card, we send out. It includes pictures, which most people probably can't recognize anymore because it looks kind of like, the church picnic or something. But traditionally, we have to have an outsider take the photo, and Ricky's risen to the task a couple times, but who the hell's going to do it next year? Pressure's on, Chrissy. Pressure's on. Anyway, it's great to see you all, and I'll turn it over to whoever is.
Thanks, JBF. All right.